Greetings from Every Home for Christ, Ukraine, a ministry conducted under the name of POKLIK Association. My name is Anatoliy Kushnir, and this is my wife and associate, Marina.
Please welcome to our office.
Please accept our greeting from Ukraine to everyone at Every Home for Christ Global Summit. We joining with celebrating the 65th anniversary of Every Home for Christ, and also the winning of 100 million souls for Christ in the past few decades. Rejoice in the Lord. Ukraine is a big nation. 46 million people, one of the largest by territory countries in Europe. And we have a vision of covering Ukraine, bringing the gospel into every home of Ukraine at least once every 5 years. So how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. 46 million people. 4 people to a home. 2 people have 2 more people. We have a family. That would be 11,500,000 homes or families that we need to reach. We have to do it in 5 years. That would become even a lesser figure of 2,300,000 per year. We have 25 regions in Ukraine. That would be a lesser figure of 92,000 per region per year. And yet, 12 months in a year, that would be about 7,700 per region per month. Continuous distribution will yield the possibility of reaching every home in Ukraine once every 5 years. Let's do it. While in the early to mid-90s, the ministry could be effective with rather simple handouts like these. Nowadays, we have to do a little bit more in graphical design and more engaging content to introduce the gospel in a manner that is more exciting, more interesting, more engaging. We constantly look for opportunities to present the gospel. For example, Ukrainian holidays is one of those times when people are open and looking for the meaning of what is being celebrated. The person receiving this would not want to throw it away, they would want to open it. And then you have different scriptures that cause the person to think who Jesus really was and what is being celebrated. And these are passages from the gospel that talk about who Jesus really was. And the realistic pictures here are designed to not make a fairy tale story out of Christmas with a comical nativity scene, but realistic baby, a realistic crucifixion. From 1981 to 2001, we had a golden age of evangelism. From 2001 to 2011, evangelical churches of Ukraine entered a rather difficult period for sharing the gospel. Therefore, there are quite a few issues before us, and the churches are looking for ways to be more effective in reaching the people with the gospel. And we're glad that POKLIK Association is equipped with great resources that are of help to the churches in conducting evangelistic
Oh
presidents who take the oath of office during their inauguration do so by putting their hand on that first Ukrainian gospel. About 20 out of 25 regions of Ukraine are very active in participating and conducting programs and events. In other words, there are quite a few churches represented here. So how did this gospel survive? How did it travel? Welcome to Пересопниця, a place of birth of first Ukrainian New Testament exactly 450 years ago. This is a small village in western Ukraine, and on a place where there used to be a monastery, this year we have a new museum. Our event is dedicated to the celebration of a big and glorious occurrence in the history of Ukraine, the honor of the Gospel of God, which was named Пересопницька because of the area where this first edition was created. 450 years have since passed in the history of Ukraine.
Пройшло 450 років історії України. З приходу незалежності України.
With the independence of Ukraine and coming freedom 20 years ago, the doors were opened for intense evangelism.
Усиленої евангелізації. І прийшов час.
And now the time has come for a more serious and deliberate evangelism. The church has to be always ready to give an answer to the challenges of time. There are about 1,500 towns and villages of Ukraine where campaigns were organized this summer for open preaching and study of the Word. And the churches were organizing these evangelism programs. And in reaching that goal and assistance in spreading the Word in particular, I'm grateful that with many thousands, tens or hundreds of thousands of these brochures, flyers and posters were distributed throughout the towns and villages. And this was the contribution of POKLIK. Our solid partnership has been established, and it will bring the fruit to the glory of God. But God will reward us in heaven. So thank you very much. We want to cover all of Ukraine. And if someone else is not actively partnering, remember, our doors are always open.
God bless you, my brother. Yes.
This great gospel has a great pulpit in Ukraine. Let's take our great gospel to Ukraine.